Saturday's performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think highlight just really a fourth quarter finish. It's something we talk about all the time. There's only one quarter in the game that you can win. It's the fourth, and so everything up until that point matters. But in the end, they don't stop that thing after 45, whichever side of the coin that you're on, and it's just something that's been a huge emphasis for us. Winning on one quarter, you win a game, and then the guys found a way to do that. So obviously good and takeaway. But that's the big thing. Just grinding. You know, the beauty contest is for everybody else. We're just trying to find a way to win a football game, and the guys found a way to that last week, and so I'm proud of them.
You talked a lot about how Eric's length helps in that position. You don't see a ton of inside linebackers with that height and that skinny. Are there any elements of that he has to kind of overcome in terms of his height making it more difficult to play that role?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is for him to be the player that he can be. You know, the weight's got to come on. That's just fact. That's not Coach Grinch's opinion or Coach Owens or Coach Riley. And believe me, Eric's not. There's no pushback. It's just something that you're ultimately judged by. You know, it's thumbs up or thumbs down. The NFL kind of dictates to us, and we use it with our guys in terms of what size is. The expectation. And that doesn't mean next step NFL. He's still a young player and all that stuff. However, it's our responsibility to put this in front of him and give us credibility. It's not our opinion. So that's got to come along. But his physicality, kind of overcomes some of that. And so we're sure glad we have him. But wait till he gets good. I really believe he's got some steps to take. I think he would agree with that. But we're sure glad he had it. He certainly played well last week.
When you first evaluated him before you guys actually work with him, did you immediately think linebacker, or did you have some doubts about can this guy be that role?
Yeah, I mean, until you get a chance to meet him, obviously on film, he stood out as kind of a run and hit type of guy, and you see the good stuff, and you're kind of left to wonder a little bit, quite honestly. You know, and then obviously to have him in the spring to get a chance to work with him and that. And, one of the things at linebacker, it's great. Number one attribute is run and hit, but can you fit again? If there's two backs in the backfield, you're willing to come downhill and take on a fullback. And he could do those things. So I think with all guys, there's question marks, and I think by and large he's answered those. So I've been again very pleased with his progress, and we're going to continue to keep raising the bar that way.
Has there been any temptation to move him around, maybe give him a shot at edge or see other places like that?
Yeah. I mean, that's something we always evaluate. Trying to get the best 11 guys out there. There's something we can do with a guy to, number one, help us, and then number two, help him from a career standpoint. Coach Odom, it was kind of his forward thinking to get him into the Mike linebacker spot, which allows him in kind of more of a space situation, with the college hashes, which to me at this point. Is the best place to put him in order for him to be playable for us and excel for us. So I'm kind of pleased with where he's at right now, but we're constantly evaluating things.
Did you guys play against Oregon State? What went into that decision?
Yeah, just practice.
Did you guys initially evaluate Eric as just strictly kind of a Mike inside linebacker, or was it kind of more you guys evaluate him as an edge in the portal and then decided to move him?
That's right. No, just a guy with kind of position flexibility. When that evaluation took place, I mean, we're still in the process of kind of evaluating the guys that are in the program, so it wasn't as simple as saying, okay, we just need one of this. There's a lot of things that need at that point. And there still are, there always is. But it was something that we're going to bring him in the program, thought he could help us. I think one of the things that kind of helped him and gave us confidence was the fact that he did have that flexibility, which is a credit to him.
What can Corey do in practice to be in a better place to play?
Well, the conversation is not about Corey. The conversation is about every guy in our program is being evaluated from an effort and execution standpoint. If you play at a high level, you compete at a high level, and you do so with extreme effort, we will not only play you, we will start you, and we will champion you. And that's you could insert name in front and insert name behind. That's the expectation, and some guys are doing it, and some guys aren't doing it at the level that we anticipate or expect them to. But today's another day. This week's a new week, and we'll make decisions on Thursday in terms of rotation.
What are some of the things that you saw on film from Arizona State?
Yeah, it's just very multiple. As you look at it, obviously explosive quarterback that has a big arm and the ability to extend plays. You say it every week. A lot of times in college football now, and it doesn't make it any less true as you say it each week. The ability to move the chains that way. They also use multiple tight end sets. which is becoming more and more the kind of the trickle down from NFL into college, using 12 personnel sets, some 13 personnel sets, as well as the 11 sets, and spread you out. Some jet sweep series, which really tests your discipline that way, and so you see good speed. So they've been able to move the ball on most of their opponents through the air this past week, and so our antennas are up for some explosive athletes coming in.
You and Lincoln both mentioned after the game that you thought it was the game you had the least busts in after watching the film. Does that still ring true, and what led to that improvement?
Yeah, I mean, the one bust is too many, but it is a game of mistakes, and we're trying to, obviously, from a coaching standpoint, it's on us to eliminate, and if you can't eliminate, obviously you want to limit them. So I would certainly echo that, after looking at it. But one of the challenges for us is, and one of the conversations we've had with the guys, if you can do it once, you can do it twice. And you're only going to do it twice if you set the expectation. Obviously, it's one thing for a coach to say, okay, well, the scheme didn't change between play one of the game and play 50, and there was jobs you had to do along the way, and those jobs never changed. If you could do it once, why couldn't you do it twice? You do it twice, 3 times, so on and so forth. And so, one of those things is it lets you off the hook if you say, well, I got it right most of the time. And so just driving that expectation. Obviously, we got to coach you better. That's the chief thing. Is it starts out here on the grass, and but along those same lines is if the percentage goes up in our favor, then we got a chance to be successful, and it'll be another challenge this week to do those things. All right, thank you all.